Big Z Reviews. Blood is a TV series that is on Acorn TV that I did not like that much. It has some interesting stuff, but at a certain point it just gets depressing and goofy.
It's my dad. I think he hurt my mom.
He's not a great man, but he's not a bad man.
Watch yourself. We're a small town, good at burying secrets.
If you undermine me again, I swear to God.
You can control anyone if you keep them frightened enough.
So this was the second show I watched with the Acorn TV 30-day free trial. And it definitely wasn't as good as the first one I watched, the Loch Ness. And this one, I mean, it's interesting. I was in with it. I was enjoying it for the first, like, two and a half episodes. But then at a certain point, it starts taking turns, and it's like, oh, boy. This kind of gets goofy and unbelievable and stupid. And I mean, I think, you know, it kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, The Killing. You know, how that there's, like, one murder in The Killing, and, like, the whole multiple seasons about the murder, and it's slower. And I can like that, but and I was like this, but then there's no actual, like, there's a mystery, but there's no one actually, there's, like, no detective trying to solve it. It's just Carolina Maine as Kat Hogan trying to figure out if her dad, Adrian Dunbar, is murdered their mom. And I mean, it's odd. And I think there's the thing that, I mean, that really got me is there's the two things that happen. It's like, oh, what the hell is this going on now? Because at a certain point, they're having, like, their creepy uncle comes, and, like, the dad gives the uncle her room, and, like, he's masturbating in her room, and it's like, and then, like, she beats the uncle up, and then she's driving home, and the uncle's in the road with a gun pointing at her, and she runs him over, and then, like, but the dad is following right behind and tells them, oh, we'll go home, I'll take care of this, and it's just like, what? What's all this? What's so random? It's, like, so weird, and, like, and he never, even towards the end, like, when they wrap everything up, you're like, but what was the deal with that weird guy? What was the deal with creepy Uncle Frank? Was that just all weird bullshit? Like, it's like, it's not related at all to the mystery. It's just a creepy uncle that the dad, for some reason, invited to their house. And it's just like, it's so goofy. And the other thing is that, like, there's this childhood friend that there's things tied up with, like, where the daughter saw something happen, and the guy's dad killed himself, but she saw something that made her think that her own dad killed him or was involved somehow. And the whole thing that they've always told her she's a liar and she was crazy and never actually saw it. Essentially, the dad and the family is gaslighting her for her entire life, making her think she's insane. And that's, I mean, it was interesting, but at the same time, it's like, man, these people are horrible. And then the goofiest thing is that, again, this is kind of spoilers for the show. I think I don't know. It's not spoiling for the main mystery, but at a certain point, there's her friend had been suicidal, but then he finds out he's like all the stuff about his dad was like the truth about his dad, and the truth is even worse. Like, the truth is depressing, and essentially earlier, like the cat found a gun that the dad hid, and, like, she's like, oh, let me hide the gun in your house. So, like, let me hide the gun. Let me give this gun to a suicidal man, and then let me do all this stuff that make him really suicidal, and then leave him alone, even though he's begging me to stay with him. And it's like, and he commits suicide. And it's like, well, what did you expect? But at the same time, it's like, it was so heavy-handed. And it's like, geez, I mean, couldn't you find a better way to do that? Like, at that point, I was completely turned off from the show. And I mean, like, the final episode is, like, almost entirely a flashback, so you get to see everything that happened. And I was watching, I'm like, but how is there a second season to this? And I'm like, I did not want to watch a second season, but I watched, like, the first, I looked at it, like, oh, more shenanigans with this family. Okay, I don't care. I'm done. I don't need to watch. I don't need to continue it. I wanted to continue. I finished it out the season, which is like 6-hour-long episodes. After that, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm tapping out. I don't need to watch any more of this show. I just didn't like Blood. Like, I would not recommend it. I mean, there are bits of it that are okay, and I like the Carolina Maine as the main girl. She was good. It's just how the writing of it. It's just I'm not for me. I'd probably give like a 6.5, 6.75 out of 10. But thanks for watching. You're going to play some ahead. Guys, see you over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z TV show review. Thanks for watching.